Hello, everybody. I'm a little early, but I hope that's okay. Doesn't look like anybody's in yet, so that's cool, cool, cool. Trying to bring it up on my tablet, but it doesn't look like it's going to allow me to. I got an older tablet, but trying to bring it up, but it doesn't look like it is. Oh, there we are. Let me mute this. Now I can see the chat if I need to. Good morning. So who's out there? Who's out there today? So, as you can see, we're not in the bear cave anywhere. Um, we are actually on our way to Delaware. We had to make a kind of an emergency. Oops, kind of an emergency trip to. There's Rusty. Emergency trip to Ohio. Um, my wife's. Can you hear me really well, Rusty? Um, my wife's father-in-law passed away, and okay, so correction. My wife's brother-in-law's dad passed away. So he has been in her life since she was 11. And they've been married 40, yeah, 30, 37, 36 years. So what's ironic is her father-in-law's, no, I'm sorry. Her brother-in-law's dad has been a part of their life uh, longer than their dad was their dad alive and their dad. So kind of rough there. Morning, Tom. Morning, Charlie. Morning, James. What's up, cool kids? Happy Sunday. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Um, so we are actually on the way to Delaware, Rehoboth Beach. We're currently in Annapolis, Maryland. We drove around a bit last night. It's a pretty cool little area. Uh, but went and saw some boats at the marina and daydreamed, about owning a big boat. But oh, Rusty, why I got you here? You mentioned about getting a cauldron. There you go, bub. My new coffee mug. Yep. We walked around downtown and a little bit, and then we did walked some shops around here. They had like a 3-story Target, so we walked around there. Same stuff, nothing big. Uh, okay. Tom, I wasn't on High Street yesterday. I don't think. It's because we left about 5:30, 6 in the morning. So I wasn't in Columbus yesterday. Stayed at the Hampton before there. We're I don't remember what the name of this place is. I think it is the Hampton Inn. Yeah, we're at the Hampton Inn. But yeah, we went and did some running. fired up that little pit boss. I got the full video coming. I just don't have the right thumbnail picture yet. I was a bad YouTuber and didn't vlog anything. Saw someone that looked like, oh, Charlie, tall, bald, and long beard. Might be in Dublin later today. Cool. Um, we went. Oh, we fired up that little pit boss griddle. It's a nice little griddle. I like it. My nephew, holy cow, did he enjoy that? He like a couple days. So we fired that up on Monday and got it seasoned up, cooked the bacon on it, and then we did some sausages, and he loved it. Absolutely loved it. Then we had the viewing, which was projected to be a little well, could have been a little rocky, could have been a little shaky, but everything seemed to go smooth. Then we went Wednesday. We had the funeral. That went pretty smooth. They had the AMVETs came out and did an 18 gun salute because they didn't have the extra fella. But it was pretty cool. Got to get a little more in depth into this guy, and he's Vietnam veteran. Turns out he was in Germany between 64 and 66, stationed there. So I messaged a buddy of mine who was in Nam, and he went in January 68. So they had just missed each other. So, because I thought that'd be a strange twist of events if these two guys would have been on the base at the same time, or possibly even knew each other from base. That would have been pretty cool. But man, timeline didn't work out, but that's all right. Don't understand why there is a viewing. It's disturbing. Yeah. Morning, Johnny Mags. What I think that mainly is for, though, is just for people to show up. That way you don't have a shit ton of people at the funeral that don't really want to be there. The wife's over here. Hold on. What? The wife's saying it's closure for the families and the friends, and yeah. Trader Joe's worth a drive, asking for a friend in Dublin. I have no idea. We were in the Hilliard side, weren't we? Yeah, we were on. We were in Hilliard side. But all the, dare I call it, festivities, events, whatever you want to call it, all happened in Kenton. So that was about an hour and 40, hour and a half drive. About an hour and a half drive north each day. So there and back. They actually got more than one stop sign now. I was like, what? They upgraded to stoplights, and there was 8 of them and a subway. I always tease the wife about Kenton being so small and like a dirt road town. I suppose so. Would rather remember someone when they're alive. I agree, Charlie. Sometimes though, it's like, as my dad would put it, the second cousins that you haven't spoken to gives them a chance to come by and say, "We're so sorry." But that's a whole different rant for a whole another time. But anyway, so we fired up the little pit boss again for some sauerkraut and hot dogs. And my nephew didn't know that I was doing this. I think his aunt said something about I was firing up, and he come running down, dropped the video game, came down to and picked up the tongs and started doing the pit boss, rolling hot dogs and flipping kraut, and he absolutely loved this little thing. So he's what, 15, 14, 14, and was loving the the little pit boss. It almost didn't make it home. He was trying to hide it. Yeah, but it was a good time though. He absolutely enjoyed it, and like some of the comments, I took this morning and got caught up on comments. Morning, Cindy. And I was like, I was a bad YouTuber this week. I didn't vlog crap. We did the burn off video, and we shot that video and a full unboxing seasoning video. So that's coming. It's just I got to get the right thumbnail. But yeah, my sister-in-law had got a rack of, what was it, Tony Romo's or something like that, Tommy Bahamas, whatever, the prepackaged Kingsford ribs or whatever. They come heavily sauced, and she goes, "I got them for like $5." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." She said, "But they're not good." So I opened them up and I ran them underneath the water, washed all that sauce off, all the sauce off, and then re-seasoned it with my rub, and then we baked them off, and they were so much better, so much better. So y'all can doctor ribs up, even if they're prepackaged Kingsford stuff. So we did eat at this place last night. It was called the Boatyard, and supposedly Google said it's like one of the. Good morning, Scotty. One of the best places you have to go to while you're in Annapolis. So it was really good. I mean, fresh crab. Yeah, it was good. Got to use soap on the ribs, huh? I scrubbed them down pretty good. I mean, I just used my hand and water and just scrubbed them down really good. Glad you're finally able to get the unboxing video. But I mean, yeah, I had to go to Ohio to do it. But I'll tell you what, Rusty, the reason why I brought it wasn't just for me to do the video. It was to break up the anxiety and the mental scramblation that was going on, and it worked. And my brother-in-law has been talking about a Blackstone or some sort of griddle for a couple years now, and seeing. And so I thought, well, he could use it. It'll help break up the monotonous and the craziness, and show him, see if he wanted to get into it or whatever. And so it did what I wanted it to. Say hi, Mom. There she is. So it did it did do that, and we found another griddler. My nephew loved this thing, and I mean, he was just like he when I show you the video, and hi, Mama Bear from Charlie. She says hi. When I show you when I post the other video, you'll see he was all about it. I mean, opening the box, pulling it out. Okay, what do we do next? What do we do next? I put the feed on it, did all that stuff, and he was just like, "Wow, okay, cool, cool, cool." He was helping with the video in, so it was the griddle. Bringing the griddle to Ohio did exactly what I wanted it to do, and not only just cook good food, but brought us together. And a lot of the comments, some of the comments were like, he's going to remember this. He will. He will. So, but let's see. I gotta say, I was surprised. I've had this water jug for several years. I filled it up with coffee last night when we got to the hotel. I opened it up this morning and it was still lukewarm. So don't sleep on these Ozark Trail water bottles. They make fantastic thermoses. See that steam? That's from about an hour ago, and there's only a little bit left. But so, what do y'all got going on today? Turkey thighs on. Ooh, nice, nice. What else is going on? It's kind of weird just sitting here talking like I'm talking to myself. She's over here playing on Facebook and ignoring me. It's okay though. Would you like to join? No. No. So here's a question for the chat. Good morning, Ann. Jennifer, what's going on, Jen? I'm going to be doing some smoked sloppy joes and oh my, jalapeno fries. Woo! Are we like slicing the jalapenos to be the fries, or are you just slicing the jalapenos and putting them on top of fries? Homemade vegetable soup in the Dutch oven over the fire. Oh man, Rusty, that's a good one. That's a good one. You're not using a big 20-inch, are you? Oh wait, that's still in my garage. Smoked sloppy Joe. That sounds good. I haven't done that in a while. Slice them, bread them, and put them in the air fryer. Okay. We did a smoked sloppy Joe once where I took the ground beef and smoked it, and I had it up on like one of those cookie sheets or cookie racks, cooling racks, so the grease would all drop into a pan. And then we made the sloppy Joe, and then I took that burger grease and actually used that in my collard greens for a friend of ours whose husband was coming over and doesn't eat pork. So I used that as a substitute, and it turned out really good. I was pleasantly surprised because I'm a pork guy, but it turned out pretty good. Yeah. So we are. Oh yeah, Tom, you're gonna have to send pictures, Tom. Post them on post them on Instagram and tag Charlie and I in those. Yep, I've been very lax on Instagram lately and Facebook and YouTube. Got to get back into it. I saw part of the show with the keto show with Marcel. She's such a good chat. Charlie's never on Instagram. So I gotta do a lot of catch up on videos. But I don't know. Such is life. But we're getting ready to go to Rehoboth Beach, and so Jen, who was in the chat a minute ago or 5 minutes ago, it's her and Brian's wedding next weekend. So we've got this whole week to kind of just hang out. The wife's got to work, so the wife's got to work, so she'll be working from home, which is wherever her home is, and with an internet connection. So she'll be working 8 to 5 every day, and then after that we'll go out and do whatever, walk the beach, whatever. So, yeah, buddy. Yeah, Rusty, we talked about it last night, and with the unplanned trip to Ohio, the extra gas mileage and stuff, a stay in Edisto would be a little much for the old bear budget. You know, I mean, we had a blast the last time, but it's a long drive to try to make down there and back in one day. And being neither one of us should be driving at night and that far, so eat good food. Yep, yep. We plan on eating some pretty good stuff. I got to get back on track though. This last week has been as I was chatting with Cindy earlier. I kind of fell off the culinary wagon and got drugged behind it. But man, it tasted good though. It really did. But my body's feeling it. I'm achy and my joints and my legs mainly, my legs and some of my muscles. But we'll get back on track. So, but if anybody's been over to Rehoboth Beach, any idea where we should be checking out? I mean, it's in Delaware. It's kind of right on the ocean. But let me see. In the keto show Wednesday, I think Mike was working on somebody. Got the Lodge 9-inch from Costco. Found the vintage lid on eBay. Oh wow! Yeah, yeah. I know, Cindy. That's teaching me. I'm feeling it. Uh, woke up this morning, wanted to get out of bed, and there was all the creaks and croaks like an old schoolhouse floor, little wooden floors. Uh, yeah. Uh, 9-inch from Costco. Got them in the live bath. You just mentioned live bath. I think I've got that old teapot still in that live bath. I pulled it out. I had it soaking for about a month and a half, and then I pulled it out and I started to wash it up, and it looked like it needed more because the inside was roached. And I put it back in, and I kind of forgot about it. It's been several months now. Oh, Jennifer's got Dogfish Head, which is a brewery. Um, this little shop we stopped at down the street was like a wine cellar. They had a few whiskeys and beers. We were looking at local beers for Annapolis, and what'd you end up getting? Alexandria, Alexandria. She got some sort of Oktoberfest. Zogs, Louis, Go Fish. Farmers market Tuesday morning. Absolutely. I miss a good farmers market. I miss a good farmers market. We saw one, but it just had pumpkins and watermelons out, maybe some sweet corn, but wasn't much. And yeah, we weren't cooking in the hotel. We just got a plain Jane 2-bed hotel room. Nothing fancy except for my coffee mug. But so it's been a busy month already. Uh, I got to thank my cousin Mandy and them for inviting us over, and Aunt Ann was there. It was good catching up with her and Uncle Roger and Ryan and the boys and Michelle. It was fantastic. The peace and calm that because I always tell you guys that my cousin and her husband, they're like my still waters. We can always go when things are crazy and there's something jacked up in our life, and we come back just feeling 1,000 times better. And I believe that we were over there for the reason to push out all that previous crud and get ready for last week. So to the look of relief on um, the look of relief on my sister-in-law and brother-in-law's faces when we showed up was I can't explain it. I mean, they were just like, "Wow, you're here!" Like it grounded them, if that makes sense. Um, so it was well worth the trip, and I'm glad that we were able to be clear headed and centered before we made this trip up to handle this, help handle it, be their stepping stones or rocks or whatever you want to call it, their comfort. So hats off to cousin Mandy, Aunt Ann, Uncle Roger, Ryan, Michelle, the boys. The boys killed me. They were a blast. Uh, little Gabe had his birthday, and so on my birthday, he sent me a little video of him singing "Happy Birthday." So for his, I sent him a video of me singing "Happy Birthday" to him. So pretty funny, pretty funny. So yeah, Rusty's got the virus running through. I don't know, man. I've been hearing a lot about it and about it picking up and going. At the swim meet, they were kids coughing all over the place. Um, the the head coach is a nurse, is the school nurse, and she said it's just running rampant. It's all over the place. So love being with you and Tanya. It was a wonderful weekend, absolutely, and I cannot wait to do it again. I got to get with Mark and see when we're doing it again because I'm ready. Uh, I know he's got some travel stuff going on, but yep, it was a blast. Um, so we had the Saturday before we left, we had the big swim meet, and I posted a little bit about that because I don't know how vlogging coach thing's gonna work out. So I just posted a little bit about it. None of our kids were in the pool, but that meet last year there was 30 teams, thousands of kids, and I mean all in a YMCA. Just crazy, crazy nuts. This year there was 17 teams, and we were probably at maybe 200 kids. So there was a lot running around, but wasn't near the mess. Not near the mess. But there was also a big event down in Columbia, so a lot of the teams went there. And but our kids, I mean, they came, and there was a couple that did just about everybody dropped time, which is what I push. I don't care what place they come in the race. I don't care, if they're the slowest in the heat. I don't. None of that stuff matters. What I care about is them getting in there, giving their all, and doing their best to drop time for their personal best. And just about everybody did. There was a couple events where some of the kids got more time, but they were only off by like a second or two. I mean, nothing major, nothing major. Um, so when they come out and they're like, "How'd I do? How'd I do?" and you show them the paper, your time, and they're like, "What?" Or they're like, "What did I do?" And as I'm staying back, going, "You long breath," and they're like, "What do you mean?" Like when you go and when you're stroking and you turn your head to breathe and you go back in, but when you turn your head before your shoulder comes out, and your head's up until it goes back into the water. You're doing a long breath, so you're trying to breathe that whole time. And that's where, like one girl, she did that 3 times in one lap, and that's where she gained her time. Otherwise, she'd have had it. Youngest has sore throat, home from school. Uh, Kids always spreading stuff around. Yeah, yeah, that's the downside. Uh, by keeping the price tag on the bottom. Oh, I had to read that. I was reading it up here on my tablet, and I was like, "What? Are you trying to copy Mini Pearl by keeping the price tag on the bottom of the cup?" We just bought this last night, and she rinsed it out and washed it for me this morning, so I could put coffee in it. So I hadn't even taken the price tag off yet. I guess I could, but y'all don't need to know what I paid for it. It was Williams and Sonoma. Under $20 though. There, is that better, Rusty? That's the print. So, but no. Mom and I have enjoyed it. Enjoyed our time. A lot of time in the car though. That's the downside. But we're getting ready to get out for a week at the beach and do do something fun. I mean, we've been doing fun stuff. They took us to a really cool little pizza place, and I did get a salad, and then I ate pizza. But the majority of it's the insides. I don't know. I'd say about the size of a single wide trailer, and then you go outside, and it's like a huge parking lot that's concreted in. They have different tents set up. So they had a little tent set up for a guy playing music. Then they had all open tables. Then they had uh, a what is it, 20 by 30 outdoor canvas tent set up for um like for parties. Like if you reserved your area and you would go in that tent. But it was huge and it was all fenced in. They had a whole bar section over there under like its own little island thing. It was pretty neat. The pizza was good. The side salad was mongo. I was like, ooh, I was stuffed when I got done eating it. Uh, Drinking coffee made from ground up eye of newt and frog brains. Ooh, I didn't know I could do that on my phone. Check that out. Yeah. I don't know what she put in there. Did you put any frog legs and eye of newts? What? Did you put any frog legs and eye of newts in my coffee? Mama said she did. uh, but I think Brian and Jen are going to meet up with us here in a little bit, and we'll go get some lunch, and then we'll finish the drive. Um, Now I think we're going to the grocery because there's the place we're staying at's a bed and breakfast, so it's kind of like a what is it, like a big mansion style house where you have one big kitchen, and then there's like you rent out the room. Uh, so there's a refrigerator there, so we'll get stuff. We brought up, what do we have? 15 pounds of frozen pulled pork. She's not paying attention. But so one of the cooks we did right before I left, I got 15 pounds frozen, and then they're pulling up now, hon. Jen said they're pulling up. Will you top me off? since you're going that way, dearie. Um, man, she's laughing. So it's I don't know how many rooms are in this house, but um, there'll be a refrigerator and stuff, and he said there's a grill, like a charcoal grill outside, so we'll check that out. But I brought I got that little pit boss, so Brian's looking forward to doing some bacon and eggs on it. So we'll it'll be a good time. Be a good time. We'll be right there by the beach. You know, maybe find some shark's teeth or turtle shell or something like that. But I don't know. Uh, we did go to Kroger. My wife's a big Kroger fan. Um, was not a, oh, oh was not allowed to buy any meat though because we don't have a way to get it back. But interesting fact for anybody who wants to know. So the pulled pork, we had 3 bags of big bags frozen. We put that into one of those insulated bags we got at like Sam's Club. You buy those insulated bags for like $7 or $10, and then we put that into another bag, another one of those same bags, and we drove all the way here. So it was like 6.5 hours, and then we went out and ran around yesterday. We left the bag in the hotel. We came back last night, and she was going to put ice on it, and everything was still frozen solid. So don't sleep on those Sam's Club bags, those insulated freezer bags. Those are you double them up, and man, you can carry pork anywhere. Uh, be well seasoned by the time you get back. It should, man. It should. Last night though, or not last night, the other day we fired it up for the kraut, and I heated it up. I put some avocado oil down, put the hot dogs down, and the onions. And as I was dumping the kraut on, the whole thing popped. Like perfection. Popped, and I was like, "What the hell?" And it had twisted, so we had to finagle it around to get it back into the slots. And we cooked on it, it kind of leveled back out. So it had warped and then started leveling back out. So by the time I was done cooking, it was back normal. But it was kind of weird. I was like, "What in the heck is this? I don't know." Uh, Kind of crazy. Made me go woo for a minute, but uh, yeah. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Cub bought me this shirt, and so I was wearing it around yesterday, and we were at we went through a Whole Foods. I've never been. It's been a long time since I've been through a Whole Foods, and we were just walking around, and a guy said something about my shirt. The cold just shocked it. That's what I thought too. Was just that it was just because we dropped that on there. Oh, your Kroger's has the pork butts buy one get one free. Oh, I can't do it on that one. Shoot, I touched the wrong screen here. It's not letting me do it on this one now. Okay. Uh, Seems blag with a cold pack all the time. Half-hour drive home to the store. Yep. Yeah. Normally we have just the one Sam's bag, and for just driving to the grocery and back. But when you freeze it and then you throw it into the coolie bag and then throw it into another coolie bag, that's how we got it north. So it's about an 8-hour drive from our house to Columbus. No issues. Still frozen solid when we got there, and we got to put it in the freezer. And then like the wife got up this morning, she checked, and the ice that she put in last night was all still frozen. It was all still cubes. So that's Hey, stock up on them bad boys. But let's see. Oh, there it goes. Now, there we go. Never thought about freezing it. Good idea. Well, like we just froze the pork. We didn't freeze the bag, but I'm sure if you're doing the bag in the bag, if you freeze the first bag, that would work too. Because that's like what Yeti says to do is to pre-chill your cooler. So that would probably work too. Do you use the what are the blue ice blocks, or do you use like a plastic quart jar or Gatorade jugs with saltwater solution and freeze those? I remember jellyfish and horseshoe crabs at the beach in Delaware. Okay, we'll have to see if I find any. The one thing that I do have to remember is you've got to pee on a jellyfish sting, not a jelly stain. There's a difference. Let that sink in. Because, Tom, if you're at the Waffle House and you see a jelly stain and you pee on it, you won't be going back to that Waffle House. Blue ice block and a quart milk jug from the freezer. So if you put like, I forget what the actual ratio is, but it's like so much salt in that quart jug and only filled up about 3/4, so it'll have room to expand. That it stays iced longer. So you might. I used to do that for. I did that the last time we went. A couple times we went to Ohio with a bunch of pulled pork. Morning. We now have a peanut gallery. Don't worry, I ain't going to Waffle House. Yep. Remember, you pee on a jellyfish sting, not a jelly stain. Yes. So I got to tell the group because they're going to the beach too, and if there's jellyfish, they don't want to pee on them. They don't want to pee on the jelly stains. But how was y'all's drive?
Good.
Good. Y'all left early this morning.
Yeah. We left before 3 o'clock.
Before 3 o'clock.
Yeah. We couldn't sleep.
Wow. Wow.
I tried to sleep in the car. I made it out like 30
Jeez,
minutes.
you guys are excited.
Yeah, we only got 2 more hours to drive. 2 hours and 1 minute.
Yep.
From here.
Yep. So we only got a couple hours to go, so that's good. Yeah.
We just have to put gas in the car and then
Gas up and go.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we're pretty much packed up. So, but that's about all I got today. Tried a gallon jug, frozen in a bag. It was heavy for the. Oh yeah. You got to watch that. I put those. I do those in the in one of those hard side coolers when we're not carrying it very far. But let's see what's coming up. So I'm gonna try to get on the keto show this week. I think Mike had somebody lined up. I forget who he said he had lined up. He was talking to, so we'll try to get on that. I'll post something whenever I know what's going on there. Next Sunday we're going to be on the road, so I probably won't be doing the live next Sunday. More than likely not, because we have to be back home so she can get set up to work from home on Monday because of her work schedule. So probably no live next week. I don't know. Should be able to get back to doing dailies. Kind of miss talking to everybody. But so with that, it's only been 45 minutes, so have Charlie be your guest host. Ooh. You know, we could get Charlie on because like the guys are talking, they're not even worried about it being keto. It's just, you know, cooking healthier vegetables, and just cooking in general, bringing people together and talking about whatever. Uh, so yeah, Charlie, you do all kinds of different cooking from uh, Instapot to charcoal grilling to roasting over a candle. Didn't you cook chicken over a candle once? I don't know. One video, but all right. Well, I'm gonna call this one a little early. Thank you all for joining. It's been a hell of a week. It's gonna be a hell of a week coming up. So we will thank you all for the prayers and the thoughts and all that. And virtues of eating hearts. Virtues of eating hearts and getting the energy from the animal when it comes. Oh, yeah, Charlie, I bet you could. So, all right, well, I'm going to get off here and we'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great week and be that reason somebody smiles today. Y'all made me smile this morning. Have a great week, everybody. Rock on.